All right, let's get a little update on the sheep farm. This is my ram farm, and from August to December I have to run two farms. The rams separate from the ewes. And the reason for that is because I want to breed the ewes in December so that they will lamb in May, and that seems to work out best, so that's what I do. I figured out that a trampoline makes a really good portable shade structure, so I may get a few more of those. Wouldn't work for a gigantic flock, but works for my small flock. This is my pond that I had dug a few years ago, and I'll tell you what, if you ever want to dig a pond, talk to me first, because I can save you a lot of heartache. Mainly, pond contractors promise the world at a very low price, and then they get into it and they realize they can't dig it nearly as deep as they thought they could, and it's going to cost more money. And that's what happened here. You really need a pond to be as deep as possible. If I could have one 15 feet deep, that's what I would have. And if this one ever dries up completely, I will re-dig it much deeper. There's a ram that died. Sheep do die from time to time, and that's just part of it. The strong ones survive, and over time you get a much stronger genetic base that's much more hardy. Now here's my pond setup. If you just try to put the netting into the pond, then the bottom conductor will short out in the water. Well, I guess not actually short out, but it will take divert a lot of power. So I put a fiberglass pole in there. I wade out into the pond and put a fiberglass pole in, and then suspend the netting much higher than it would ordinarily go with just its own spikes. That group of rams has discovered some good stuff up there. Nice green succulent grass. Wonderful. I do like the look of my pond. It's a small pond, and it does the job. It's survived the drought this year, and I know farmers that their ponds have not survived the drought this year, and they're hauling water right now for their cattle. That's pretty tough. For sheep, it's not too bad, but I haven't had to haul any for my rams. Now I do haul water for my ewes because there's no pond on the property that I'm leasing. Look at the cojones on those guys. Whew. Those are beautiful rams right there. Two of those, and then there's a third one over there, are the future of my flock. Most of these other rams will be sold for meat, poor guys, but they won't know it. And I'll keep the really good genetics for future for breeding. And those three I showed you are from directly from the Joe Hopping brothers farm. Joe Hopping and his brother Hoss have developed this breed of sheep. It's a mutt breed, a combination of three different breeds, and they're very hardy, very parasite resistant. They lamb on pasture unassisted, and just a wonderful breed. I have bought pure Katahdins before, and I wouldn't do it again. I just don't like pure Katahdins nearly as much as I like these mixed breeds. So the future of my flock is these hopping rams, and you can see them over there with the horns. Those dudes are brutes. There's 4 of them right there, and I hope to breed with just those 4. I might call my flock down to about 120 this year, just to improve the genetics even more. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, there's an update on the Dave Hawkins Hair Sheep Farm.